Hello people of YouTube, and today I'm going to show you my Catfish tackle box. This is not everything that you need, but it's the basics. And first things first, bait. Now I recommend live bait, but if you must, use prepared dough baits. I have 3 kinds with me right now. Yes, it was $2.96 at Walmart. Magic bait, Primo carp bait, catches carp and catfish. It seems to work for me for small catfish like bullheads. Another kind of Primo carp bait. The last one was vanilla. This one's strawberry. It's pink. Doesn't really smell like strawberry, so don't bother smelling it. And then Berkeley power bait for catfish. I have never actually caught anything on this, but it's just worth having. Like I said, I use live bait, worms, small fish, whatever. A pair of pliers. These are hook cutters. I lied. A pair of pliers. Now these are semi-necessary, more for cutting line than anything, but I have a pair of hook cutters, so I don't really need them. But the pliers are good if the hook is deep, but if it's too deep, like in the gills or the throat or even in the stomach, do not try to pull it out. Cut the line, it will eventually rust away. And now some hooks. I have some size 8s and some size 4 Snell J hooks in here. I use these for small catfish like bullheads when I'm fishing in a spot that I can actually see them biting, because they don't usually swallow it, and if they do, it's only a small amount of metal, so it rusts away quick. More J hooks. The exact size I'm not quite sure of, but I use these little itsy bitsy ones. They're like trout hooks. A first aid kit. Not really necessary, but you're going to want one if you accidentally hook yourself or you're stabbed by a catfish, or you trip on a log on the way to the fishing hole and smash your head on a tree or something. I don't know. Stuff happens. Some fishing lights. Attach them to your pole so you can see when the fish bites, or attach them to the bobber to attract fish. Bait net. Not really necessary, but if you're using live bait, or if to catch small bait, or if to catch small fish, you're going to want one of these. This is just an old aquarium net that I accidentally put a hole in with a pair of scissors. Not quite sure where it is. Oh, there it is. There we go. Sorry, I can't really see with this camera on my face. There we go. Hole. Hole. A headlamp. I got this for $10 at CVS. It's got a white light, a red light, and off. This is not really necessary, considering you don't have to fish at night for catfish, but when you fish at night, you will catch small catfish on whatever bait, and it's good to have. When you're looking at the water with one of these on, never do it with the white light. It scares them away. Use the red one. Headlamp. And then, these are my big catfish hooks. Channel cats, white cats. I live in New England, so that's really all we have for big catfish. I don't really need to explain all of them, but I will, or I'll explain some of them. Kale hooks. They're good for not making the fish swallow the hook. What I normally use are circle hooks, because the fish have a hard time swallowing them, and when they do swallow them, they usually come right out. I know some people say that the only place that a circle hook can hook in the side in a fish is the corner of the mouth. That is a total lie. I have hooked many bullheads that have swallowed my circle hooks. Bobber. Yes, a bobber for catfish. Most people think that catfish are just slimy, bottom-feeding scavengers. In fact, they are actually active predators and will take baits off the surface, including plugs, so I do not recommend fishing for catfish with plugs because they swallow them. more bobbers. Some swivels, you know what those are. Wire leaders. Swiss Army knife, it's good to have. The hand line. The hand line is good for catching small bait fish like bluegill and shad and such. Some sponge hooks for dip baits. I've never actually used one, but I've heard dip baits work. Weights. Lots of split shots. Pyramid sinkers. These are very, very, very helpful for fishing in fast current, because the current, if it's pushing this way, it's going to push the sinker. It's just going to push it farther into the sand. It's not going to go anywhere. And if the current is going this way, it's just going to slide right up and over it. Like, it's aerodynamics underwater. Bank sinkers. Perfect for fishing in lakes because they just keep your bait on the bottom or near the bottom, and they will roll in rivers because they're round. That's that. Alright. Rubber core sinkers. I love these things because of how easy they are to put on the hook. You slide the line into that little slit right there, and then you just twist both ends and it holds it in place. I have two sizes. Small ones. And then egg sinkers. You just slide the line through them and you use it for like a slip sinker rig. Oopsie, I threw one. So yeah, that's pretty much the essentials for fishing for catfish. Hope you liked it. Like, subscribe, and comment. Bye-bye.